Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine. Go out and play.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to a deal reveal. That's right, a deal reveal double feature. We have so much deals and traction going on right now in the US real estate, that we have got to squeeze some more value and more opportunities to you together. We are going to bring you tonight two separate opportunities that you can take action on. We are going to bring you 3 guest speakers. We are going to bring you 12 units off market. Every single one of those are off market, and 2 entirely different opportunities. And we'll see how creative we can make them happen. And so let's make sure our guest speakers are in the room right now. I do see 2 of them. Hopefully, the third will join shortly. But if this is your first time to the deal reveal, welcome, welcome, welcome. And why don't you just put in the chat, or if you're listening cross posted on Facebook right now or anywhere else, and it's your first time, put in hashtag JK for us. We're still pulling some stats to see how many new people we have coming in here, and how we need to tailor our message and our performance here for you. If you're not new, if it's not your first time to the deal reveal, say hi. Don't be shy. And if you're catching the replay, put in hashtag replay. And I do appreciate in advance. Look at that coming in. Sylvie says hi, returning. Kip says hi. Nancy says hi, all returning. Noemi, of course, says hi. Krista, nice to have you here for the first time. Hamid says hello from Toronto. Carolyn, hi. Isabel says hi as well. So thank you so much. And there's more on the call who might be a little shy or looking for the buttons. And I'm talking about Varun and Tony and Sylvie and Shri and Manny and all the other people that are in this list. Welcome, re-welcome. I think we're gonna have fun today. A little slice of life today. Today was really, really exciting. On top of just the normal stuff that I go about day to day, I actually had an inspection today, and I think we have a deal. So our current deal butler clients, we're buttoning that up. I'm gonna do one last little kick at the negotiation. Probably kick off another 10-15,000 off the deal. Probably gonna buy that property for around somewhere in the $40,000 is where we're gonna end up on that deal. And it's going to be a beautiful property with discount. Probably going to buy with about $25,000-$30,000 of equity and just strong cash flow. A single family home in North Collingwood. Just one of those bread and butter golden deals. You can buy these all day long and recycle that money deal after deal after deal. We love those ones. So that one's looking very good. I'm excited. They've been waiting long enough for their deal, so I'm happy to finally deliver. Then, right after that inspection, across town, because the newest JK proteges in the community said, Kyle, we're in town. Can you meet us at the property? And I said, absolutely. My time is your time. Let's go. And so they found 44 units. And we, across 2 buildings, 222 units. And we went in there, and we are, as we speak, crafting a creative offer to take over the mortgage, take over the company, and just buy that property with as little money down as possible. This is probably something that all in will be around the $2 million mark, probably worth about $3 million after the optimization is done. And so there's a nice 50% value add lift on that project. And I think most of us on the call here today can say that if in the next 12 months you create $1 million of net worth and equity and cash out, it was a pretty good year, right? You don't need to have any other job just over broke situation. That could be your full-time gig. So that's what we're aiming for with our JK proteges here. We're very, very excited for them. So just a little snippet while I was trying to get some time so that our second guest speaker can join in the room. So I will have to do some dancing on the side because they're not in yet. So I'm going to give them a shit. But in the meantime, we do have our upcoming bus tour, which is not this weekend, but next weekend. We are literally 8 days away. It is sold out, ladies and gentlemen. There is no more tickets, no more exceptions. There are no exceptions. It is sold out, full bus. We're very, very excited to welcome another cohort of foreign national investors into the US and show them our beautiful city here in Cleveland with everything that they need, including the deal butler who will be present. And that's it. Everything, all of our power team members, all of our sponsors, everyone is going to be there so you can build your power team from day one. All right, so let's jump in. The deal of the week today, the first deal that we're going to talk about, and we're going to get Noemi and Kenuk up here. You have been upgraded to panelists. You should be able to unmute and open up that camera. There they are. JK Proteges, Noemi and Kenuk
Hi.
on fire. Hey, how are we doing this evening?
Very
Great.
good. Very,
Are we-
very good.
Are we excited?
Yeah, of
Yes.
I
course.
love it. I'm glad because this slide would have looked weird if you weren't. So we're getting excited on the deal reveal. Why is that? Because we're going to look at a deal. We're not going to spend 8 hours on this. We're not going to get stuck in analysis paralysis. We're going to give you the important pieces of this deal, and this is their deal. Flat out, right? They have an 8-unit apartment building opportunity in Cleveland. And we're going to see if it matches up to the golden rules of real estate. And what are those golden rules, Noemi Kenuk?
Profit at purchase and cash flow.
I love it. I love it. We want to
Yes.
buy equity. We want to buy money. We want to buy value. And we want to buy cash flow. So that's what we're going to talk about. Our JK Proteges, we're very, very excited and happy to have them featured again on the JK stage. And so tell us a little bit about anything you want to talk about. You've got this 8-unit on top of the
Yep.
19 that you're working on, basically closing ASAP anytime now. The attorneys are just doing a final review of the paperwork on those 19, and that's clearly not enough. Let's add another 8 on top of the mix, and here you are. So tell us a little bit about this 8-unit.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure. Can I present something?
Yes, you may. This is you.
Okay.
Politely, let's go.
So, hi, everyone. We're really happy to see you tonight. So, I'm going to present a little presentation. It's not going to be very long, just so you know a little better about us. So, Kenuk and I are a couple, and we decided to invest in the US like this year. It's been only 3 months since April that we're investing in the US. Oh, I'm having it. Okay. You see my presentation now? Okay. So, we're Rainbow Real Estate Partners, and we created that in April. Like I said, we started looking at the US because we were investing already in Canada, in Montreal, and couldn't find some good deals here. We were trying to buy a sixplex last year for $1 million in Montreal, and the numbers wouldn't work. So I decided, my husband is from the US. He was born in Oregon. So I said, why not look at the US? And so that's why I looked at JK Real Estate Partners, and we decided to invest in that protege program, and our life has changed.
Yes.
So we're really happy about the results we're having. We're really happy about the 19 units that we're about to close. After 3 months of negotiations, oh my gosh, that was really a big deal for us.
Lots to learn. That was the best part, I would say. So that's one of the reasons why we could deal this 8 units, but through all the things that we went through in the 19 unit. So we could go ahead and
So
yeah, okay. So yeah, basically, like Noemi said, that we decided to go for a different market because it just didn't make sense in our market in Montreal. The numbers just didn't work at all. And I would say especially that we wanted to progress. And every time we would look at a deal, well, we basically would be stuck there for like 10, 15, 20 years before we could go with another deal. And that's something that we did not want. We wanted to move, we wanted to build, and that's what really made us focus towards Cleveland, because all the opportunities are there. And of course, thanks to JK Real Estate and Jani and Kyle with their guidance, which is basically making our dreams come true. So that's us tonight, presenting like 3 months later, an eight unit where we basically couldn't even afford a 6 unit in Montreal, which is actually pretty amazing. So like Kyle said, the golden rules: profit at purchase and cash flow. So I mean, that would be just the golden rules in real estate in general. It's just that in Cleveland, it's possible. That's the main difference, I would say. So so let's talk more about the 8-plex. So basically, it's 8 units, of course. There's 7 units that are 2 beds, 1 bath. We have 1 unit that's 1 bed, 1 bath. The previous owner put roughly around like 200,000 already in the building. I don't know if you guys can see, but the windows are in pretty good shape. It's a brick building. So I mean, the bones are good. The furnace, electrical, all that was redone fairly recently. Of course, we're doing an inspection next week, so we have even a better overview of what's really going on. But in general, everything seems really nice. I would say like the best part in this deal is, I don't know if you guys can see the price, $350,000 for an 8-plex. Okay. I mean, I'll repeat that, $350,000, okay, for an 8-plex. And so, I mean, just here in Montreal, that's like almost, it's more than double. That's one thing. But what's even more awesome is we have a few crunchy details, because talking with the owner, we were able to have a seller financing in this deal. So we have seller financing in this deal. Mortgage takeover, my bad. A mortgage takeover. So that's going to help us do the renovations and basically optimize. So I'm talking to you guys also. I mean, those are interested in this deal. I'm telling you guys, because this is what's offered right now on the plate. We think there's roughly around like 80,000 renovations, but what's awesome is the ARV is roughly around 480. So, I mean, you're still gonna have at least around $50,000 of equity in the building after you renovate. Optimization, you're looking around, well, we say 8,000 a month. I would say it's roughly between like 27,000 of net income per year, between 27, 30-ish. So that's what you're going to get out of this deal by putting in, I mean, a little less than $180,000 up front. So I don't know about you guys, but I mean, that's profit at purchase and that's cash flow. And there's something I didn't tell you is, if just by buying this building right now, it's positive cash flow right now. I mean, I'm not telling you you're making millions, but I mean, it's positive cash flow when you're buying it already straight on. So I don't know about you, but we were excited when we jumped on this deal. Now, I mean, we have it, it's signed, the contract is ours. So if anybody's interested in knowing more in this deal, we are looking maybe for some partners, or if you're interested, just meet with us. So if you're interested, there's a QR code. You can pop that up and find a place in our Calendly, and we'll love to have a chat and see what we can do.
Yes, thank you so much. And yeah, don't hesitate to contact us, or maybe Kyle can give you my email if you want to.
I was exactly going to say, if this slide disappears or you don't know how a QR code works, or if whatever you think it's, you just send us an email and we will facilitate the connection. No problem there. One question that did come in, Dorothy, everything's in French. Whoops. Maybe we need a different QR code. So send us an email. Yeah, we can facilitate any introduction. No problem. One other question that did come in was, what was the cap rate on this building? And let's just run through some of the numbers you said. I think you mentioned that after all expenses, the cash would be 27 a year. Is that what you mentioned?
Yeah, roughly around 27 a year.
right? And if you're all in for 180, that's a 15% cash on cash return, just right there, right off the top. That's what we're talking about. So, pretty strong cash on cash. The
Yes.
cap rate is less important in a creative deal because
Mm.
your down payment is significantly influenced or altered, typically much lower because of the creative deal structuring. So, a cash on cash is a more relevant metric in a creative deal than a cap rate. An even more interesting one would be the internal rate of return. For those who like to geek out on the metrics like me, you'll see on a deal like this, we are in very strong internal rate of return territory here.
Yes.
So congratulations. And I love how you mentioned how, the 19, going through the 19 unit, and yes, it took months and we're still in it, but like we went in so many different directions, so many alternative strategies, and we were really negotiated this. Like you pulled tricks that would take people a lifetime of experience to then piece it all together to land where you are now. And
Right.
in such a short time, you went out, you found this deal, right? So yes, the 19, I basically gave it to you, right? I was like, hey, take a look at this one, and I drove you to it, and like it was very handheld process. But the
Yeah.
8 unit, couple months later, how much did I have to do with this?
Nothing.
Well, okay, well, good. That's good. That's what I want.
No, you helped me.
No, you helped us. Yeah.
But to
But
find
I found it.
yeah, to find it, to then jump in with the confidence you needed to then create something, like it was all you. Of course, we still have calls and we talk about it and we structure it and so forth. That's fine. But yes, and congratulations. That's impressive and incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Thank yourselves for doing what it takes to go get, the life you want and the results you want with your life. So really amazing. Yeah, so people, I mean, you could, post your number in the chat like you're doing, or do it privately in the Q&A if you don't want to share it with everyone, or just send us an email. JK team already put in the email address to everyone in the chat, info@jkrealestatepartners.com. So with that being said, I always like asking the question, what was the biggest learning or the biggest golden nugget so far in your journey, and maybe keeping this eightplex in mind? If you were to impart some wisdom and some knowledge to people listening in right now.
I would say to be open-minded would be like the best, like that, and let I mean, be open to the process. It's a process, and not every day is easy, but it's worth it in the end. I mean, there's been ups and downs, but the process was amazing, and so much good is going to come out of all this in the end. So, and we're going to be even better at negotiating, even better at finding better deals. So, I mean, yeah, be open.
Yeah. I would say to go get your deals, because
Yeah.
nobody's gonna, of course, maybe Kyle's gonna, nobody's gonna knock at your door and say, here's a deal, but you go get your deals. If you see an opportunity, I think you have to jump on it.
I love it. I would echo those 1,000 times. Amazing. Again, congratulations. And you deserve it, right? We create our luck. Some people are going to look at, oh, they're lucky or this or that. You made choices. You took action. You devoted time, energy, passion to, to the process, to this mindset, to this whole thing. You created luck. And when you're in a position to create luck, different things happen. And so that's what we're seeing here today. So congratulations. And to many more deal reveals, many more opportunities being featured by Noemi and Canuck.
Yes, plenty to come, plenty.
I believe it. I believe it wholeheartedly. Amazing. Well, thank you for taking the time. Thank you for sharing this opportunity, and have yourself a great evening.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, so next, so I'm going to continue this call with the second opportunity. Our guest speaker will not be able. They just you're an empêchement. What do you call it in English? Something happened. They're not able to show themselves, but the opportunity is still there. Is still very much alive. And so let me share my screen and continue forward. I will remind everyone that if that deal is of an interest, the 8 unit, just reach out to us, info@jkrealestatepartners.com, and we will put you in contact with Noemi and Canuck. The second opportunity, okay, here are the highlights. Again, off market. We have 4 turnkey properties, single families out in Akron, which is also in Ohio. It's about 45 minutes south of Cleveland. And personally, if I were to restart investing in real estate from scratch in the US as a foreign national, I would either go to Cleveland or I would go to Akron, Canton. Those are the 2 markets which I see the most opportunities, low entry price, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And this is exactly where we have these deals. So these are 4 properties all in, all 4 properties, the purchase price would be around 500,000 for all 4. So they're off market. We are direct to seller, so you would be negotiating directly with the seller. And I've already pre-negotiated the deal for you to structure it in a way where you can become the owner of these properties for right around $100,000. Okay. So how do we do this? Well, first of all, let's take a look at these properties real quick. This is what we're looking at here. I got a little spreadsheet. Um, these are basically the purchase prices of each individual, the current rents, and some of them, as you can see, are under market. So a quick increase will add some extra cash flow and extra rents to the story here. Now, the big power of this deal, because if you look at this, you're like 1,200 for 115, 13 for 125, 16 or 14 to 16 for 145. You're seeing it's right around the 1% rule, which in Canada or in some markets, like the 1% rule is a good starting place for sure. You don't want to be below the 1% rule. And typically, if there's no creative terms involved, the 1% rule I think is not good enough if you're going to be doing US real estate. However, if you start bringing creative terms into the mix, like a mortgage takeover, like buying 4 properties for under $100,000 and then positioning it to then create equity and create more cash flow later, now we're really starting to increase that cash on cash return again that I was talking about, the internal rate of return, and decrease the down payment on the deal. So that's what we have here. And these are not junk properties, right? These are properties worth between 120 and 150,000 in Akron. So these are nice properties. They're not in the hood properties worth 60,000, 70,000. They're nice properties. Each one of these properties, because they're worth 115 and above, are going to be very easy to refinance, very easy to sell, very easy to find. Regardless, it opens up a lot of options that often markets like Canton, Akron, Toledo, inner city Cleveland, those low value properties are harder to navigate with financing. But now we're clearing that mark. So it gives a lot of options to find the financing, find the money. I've got some pictures. I actually honestly didn't even look at them. I know I got them. So here we go. So this is one of them. All right. So as you can see, it's very turnkey. It's very, rent ready. Off you go. That's one of them. We got another one here. I'm looking at these for the first time, actually. All right, here we go. Oh, a little fast here. There. Boom. Go. They're all tenanted, right? I think I said that. All tenanted, management in place, all this fun stuff. Oh, there we go. An older appraisal with some pictures. Let's see if the pictures are in here. There we go. Oh, it's the same one, I think. Or not. Nope. There we go. So just giving you a glimpse, we got the newer vinyl siding. We're not worried about any of that wood and paint and chipping paint and all that. So overall, like just real nice rental properties. That's what I have for you here. And so the idea here is to take over the mortgage for basically right around under $100,000, and then you basically buy the company that owns these properties, and then there's going to be another balance due at a later date. But ultimately, you can jump into this opportunity for right around $100,000 and be the owner of 4 properties that are turnkey ready to go. So if you're looking for an easy entry point to multiple units, you just want to park the money and just get great terms. The mortgage, I think is, oh man, why am I blanking? I think it's at 5.5 or 5.25%, and we're jumping into the mortgage, so we're chopping off the first and most expensive years of your mortgage on top of it all. And so there's definitely a way to pay off these properties in about 20 years and saving a lot of interest, never even having to qualify for any financing. You can literally not have a job, not have any Canadian credit, no US credit. You look terrible on paper and buy 4 properties for under $100,000. That's what we're talking about right here, right now on the deal reveal. So if that's of interest to you, send us an email, info@jkrealestatepartners.com. We'll connect you directly to the owner so you can continue the conversation, ask any questions you might have, and make yourself a deal. All right, so that's our deal reveal for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Back to back, we have 2 separate opportunities, 12 units total. We have some very good cash on cash returns on the table for you. Sumit, just look in that email. JK team just posted the email address once again, info@jkrealestatepartners.com. We have a bunch of thumbs up and hearts. Thank you so much. I think we agree that we have deals on the table. More than that, the Deal Butler closed 2 deals this week. All right, and scheduling for another one, closing probably next week. Some of you saw on Facebook, I'm closing a commercial triplex that we're going to convert to a quad. I'm super excited about that one. And you just wait for the story. It's a sexy story. But I'm going to wait a couple of months before revealing that one. But it's really awesome. And oh yeah, there's just so much going on right now. It is fantastic. We really do hope you get the opportunity to join the Epic Bus Tour like Noemi and Canuck did. The 19 unit was actually first presented to them because they were VIPs at the last, at a Epic Bus Tour of Cleveland. That's where they really jumped in. They got their solid footing and they jumped on the opportunity, and here we are now. So as I mentioned, the one that's coming up not this weekend, but next weekend is sold out. There's nothing you can do. We've already had people try to bribe us, say we'll drive beside the bus, we'll do what we have to do to be there. Unfortunately, it's not just room on the bus. There's accommodations, there's food, there's venue seating. It's a lot more complicated than just seats on a bus, and we are sold out. However, because there's been so much people asking, and some people August didn't work well for them, we have just opened and it's on pre-sale the next Epic Bus Tour. We weren't going to do another one this year, but because basically half of the bus has already been filled by people saying, well, we can't in August, but if you did one in October, we could be there. So we've had so many people say that listen, let's do another one. Let's fill that one up in ASAP. October 19th and 20th is open. jkrealestatepartners.com/bus tour. If you're interested, go on there because they will sell out. We have never not had a sold out bus tour to date. And we've been doing these bus tours since before COVID. All right. So we know this. We know how to do a bus tour. We know how to bring value. We love this event. It's my favorite event. Janie's too. And so we bring everyone you need: property manager, the contracting team, the inspector, the title company, the who else do we bring? We're going to bring a bank to the event for you. We're also going to bring a loan broker to the event. So 2 separate financing sources. The bank, the owner of the bank is going to be there to talk to you because I've been working on this relationship for over 6 months. They want to become JK's exclusive bank to fund all of the deals in the JK community. Okay. And this is the first time that he will be there in person live in front of the community because we wanted to get a couple of deals done through him to make sure everything was kosher and it wasn't just, blowing smoke up our ass. We are there. Okay. So this is the first time. We're so excited to bring him a lot of business. He's bringing terms that we have never been able to achieve as foreign nationals, even with a visa, which we have, and most of you don't have, and you don't need a visa to do this. But even with visa status, he's able to give terms to you that is better than visa status terms with all the other foreign national friendly lenders. Okay. So we've been working extra hard for you, for the community, and for us, of course. We're investing every day as well. And they will be there to answer all questions. What does the process look like? What are the different programs, fix and flip, long-term lending? What are the rates, the terms, the points, all this? All I can say is that the rates and the terms are pretty similar to the other asset-based lenders for foreign nationals. However, the LTVs and the leverage is significantly higher, which means your down payment is significantly lower. All right, so that is a game changer and makes even achieving perfect BRRRRs even easier, basically 10% easier because there's 10% more leverage built into this financing strategy. So perfect births have been tough. They've been tough in the last 2 years. We're able to pull them off once in a while, but with 10% more to play with, I think they're going to become a much more regular occurrence. So that is very, very exciting. Tony is asking if that person will be on the October tour. They should be. They should be. We just haven't planned everybody, all the speakers and the guests. They should be. I want them to be. So it just depends if they're traveling around the world or something. But we want them to be. Either way, there's going to be a financing or loan broker at the bus tour. There always is at least one. And this time there's basically going to be two. There's going to be a loan broker and there's going to be a bank directly. So very, very exciting. Noemi, you're in. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Dorothy, where are you located? I am in the mobile office in Euclid, Ohio, a suburb of Cleveland right now as we speak. But this bus tour is a Cleveland and its suburbs bus tour where we go see Euclid, we go see North Collingwood, we go see by the lake, east side, west side, south side, inner city. It's the best sample you can have of Cleveland real estate that probably will ever exist. We've put it, we've got it down pat. Amanda will be there in October as well. So for some of you who've been following Amanda's journey as well, Amanda graduated JK partner, JK protege, now a JK coach. So if you're part of the All You Can Learn or the All You Can Learn Fast, and you have some one-on-one coaching calls with JK included in your education, Amanda is one of those coaches who is particularly good at the analysis of a deal, the underwriting, and the due diligence of a deal. Everything that's very analytical, very detail-oriented, making sure all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted. You can book a call with Amanda directly on your JK portal. She is now on the portal and available to you. So congratulations, Amanda, for officially joining the JK team. And yeah, she will be there in person in October to shake some hands and kiss some babies. So that's what we have for you, the All You Can Learn. And if you are interested in becoming an All You Can Learn member or in anything I discussed today, go check out our website, jkrealestatepartners.com/programs. The All You Can Learn is basically the learn at your own pace, everything you need to know and learn to do it by yourself. And our value proposition is that we want you to get results in at least 6 months. Right? It doesn't take that long. It shouldn't take that long for your first, but 6 months to results. And we will continue to support you, answer your questions, keep you going, keep you motivated and accountable until you get that first deal, even if it takes longer than 6 months. But we want you to get results fast. So that's why the program is 6 months rather than when it used to be a full year. People thought they had all this time, but 6 months, we're seeing a lot more results in 6 months than we used to in 12. You're very welcome, Amanda. Absolutely. So that's it. That's Cleveland. That's another Cleveland. That's another Cleveland. All the bus tours that we've done. And that was our deal reveal, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great, great evening. Do now for tomorrow for the lifestyle you deserve. And for those who are part of the All You Can Learn Fast or who are JK proteges, we are going to jump on at 8, where we are going to do a first, a sneak peek launch. It is a launch of a company that we basically purchased recently called Service Sold. And this is basically connecting homeowners that require home improvements with contractors in the market. We own the platform that connects the two, and we're going to show our members how the platform works. We're basically going to give a private tutorial and Q&A session with the founders and creators of the platform, including ourselves, to answer any questions to make sure that you are using this incredible tool. It's going to start in Cleveland, but then it's going to expand into Akron, Canton, Toledo, Northeast Ohio, neighboring states, and we want to get it up into Ontario ASAP as well. This can be an international platform, just like Thumbtack, just like Angie's List, just like eBay, right? We're kind of meshing all of those type of services together, focused on home improvement and connecting quality contractors with just quality investors and homeowners that require work done on their properties or their investment properties. So Service Sold, that's what we're going to talk about tonight on the mastery call for our inner community members. So with that being said, we'll see you in half an hour. Some of you, others will see you next week. Go get your miracle. and have a very blessed evening.